Lucas Paqueta to Manchester City still plausible. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about Nunez, our right back, and whether is Nunez the problem or is it something else concerning Nunez. Let's start with Paqueta, however you want to say it, right? Lucas Paqueta. So season after season, Paqueta was hinted to Manchester City for the last however many seasons, barring this window just gone or this set of windows just gone. That calmed down after the FA brought charges to Lucas Paqueta, gambling charges, which he has now been released of, which he has now been relieved of. Lucas Paqueta, very good player. When we wanted him 3 seasons ago, he was probably a better prospect. He's still a good player, but charges like that looming over your head, it does affect you mentally. That is definitely going to affect you. As far as City fans, how does this affect us? Well, apparently we're still interested. News came out yesterday that we're still interested in Lucas Paqueta. Although nobody has talked to West Ham and said that we're interested in Paqueta, Manchester City is still interested in Paqueta. So, do we actually need Paqueta? Now we've got Reinders, now we've got Doku. I mean, where does he fit in? What sort of position does he play? Because he can do a job from the left, he can do a job at 8, he can do a job at 10. Yeah, he could probably do a job false 9. We're sorted for them positions. We've got players that we've got too many players that we can't get into those positions. So what happens with Paqueta? So the question is, and it's down there to your right, who still wants Paqueta? Is it Pep or is it the club? Let me know in the comments who you think it is. I think this is again light rumours, although feasible. I mean, I did check the source, and it was a Twitter account with 6 million followers. I think it was 6 million followers. So fairly credible. I know it's not about the numbers as far as sources go, but they got them followers for whatever reason. But Lucas Paqueta, is it a good move for Manchester City? No. I think this move would be just as pointless as Rodrigo. Now, I know there's a lot of you out there that want Rodrigo, but if you can't squeeze them in, or if you can squeeze them in, but you're shoehorning them in, they shouldn't be in the team because you're just trying to collect them all. You just want to get them all. We've got Reinders now. We got Cherky. We've got Foden. We've got Rodri. We've got Haaland. Marmoush. I could keep going, right? Our problem is not in the attack, which leads me on to the next topic, which is Nunez. So, Nunez, is he the problem? I don't think Nunez is the problem. I think the backup to Nunez is the problem. I think we need a backup to Nunez. We've got Rico Lewis, who is not a right back, is absolutely not a right back. He came in instead of Kyle Walker a few times. He was okay. Never really bowled us over. He's no Walker. And to be honest, he's no Nunez. Nunez is quite strong, powerful, fast. Nunez is a very good player, right? But very attacking minded. So the problem that we have is we've got 2 attacking fullbacks. We've got Aït-Nouri on one side and Nunez on the other. But that's not a problem, really. Because if you look at Liverpool, they've always had Trent on one side and Robbo on the other, right? Robertson is more defensive minded. He does get down. He does cross it. He does cross the ball. He can score a goal if he needs to. But he's a lot more defensive minded than Kirkes. And now Liverpool have got Frimpong and Kirkes. Very much like our team, very much like our fullbacks, if we have Nunez and Aït-Nouri. Although Aït-Nouri is a lot better player than Kirkes. Kirkes spams crosses, and Aït-Nouri actually moves his way in. Whereas Nunez can actually spam a cross just as good as Kirkes can. And Frimpong works his way in. He's not as good as Aït-Nouri, but, vice versa. Well, it swings and roundabouts on the seesaw. But the point is, the problem is not Nunez as the right back. The problem is, who does Pep use as the backup to Nunez? Nunez is good, right? Nunez, he's attacking. You know what you're getting. You know what you're getting. You're getting an attacking fullback. Exciting football, right? Exciting football. Whether he can defend, that's another story. But whether Pep knows that he can defend, that's another story. And whether Pep's going to ask him to do that, that is another story. What other options have we got? Well, Kusanov. We can play Kusanov on the right. He can play right back, but more of a tucked in right back. So essentially just a centre back with a snazzy name, right? Husanov can play right back, but essentially be a centre back. And Husanov is more defensive minded. He's got the pace to get back. But if you're not playing Nunez down that wing anyway, why do you need the pace to get back? Which brings me on to, yet again, why I think Husanov will start over Diaz. The conundrum right now is, and we will not know until, because I don't think Pep's going to give any clues away either when we play this friendly. When we play the friendly, I don't think he's going to go with the tactics that he's going to implement in the league against Wolves in the first game and so on, so on. So, to me, it's just a question of, does he either start Husanov instead of Diaz with Nunez on the right, or does he start Husnov instead of Nunez and he doesn't get down, leaving just Aït-Nouri? Obviously, the whole team will shift and kind of rotate a little bit so that it evens out and you got three at the back. But yeah, that's the question to you as well in chat. Nunez and Husanov, or Nunez with Diaz and Suffer? That's the question I'm asking. But they're the topics of today. Paqueta, let me know if you think Paqueta is possible. I think it genuinely is possible. I think it won't cost much to get him out of there. And then let me know about Nunez and what you think as far as the backup goes. Because let me know if you agree what I'm saying. Is Nunez a decent first starting 11 right back? And are you more worried about Nunez as right back, or Rico Lewis as right back, or Husanov as a makeshift right back? Let me know your thoughts. That's all I've got for you. Like the video, subscribe, hit that bell, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.